The kitchen debate refers to an exchange between Vice President Richard Nixon and Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev at the opening of the American National Exhibition in Moscow on July 24, 1959. This exhibit showcases American technology and consumer products, such as a new model dishwasher. On the surface, this exhibit is just a display of American lifestyle and new developments in home appliances. But through Nixon and Khrushchev's exchanges, it becomes apparent that it's far more than this. The kitchen debate represents a battle of ideologies, capitalism versus communism. Throughout the debate, Nixon and Khrushchev compete to show that their preferred system produces greater production and happiness for their people. Throughout their exchanges, Khrushchev repeatedly downplays American success and brags about the progress made in the Soviet Union. He makes statements such as, "Your American houses are built to only last 20 years, so builders could sell new houses at the end. We build firmly. We build for our children and grandchildren." Nixon retaliates, claiming, "American houses last for far more than 20 years, but even so, after 20 years, many Americans want a new house or a new kitchen, and the American system is designed to take advantage of new inventions and new techniques." The key point here is that both Nixon and Khrushchev earnestly believe that their system is better and produces a greater society for their people. It's that point which influences another major aspect of the kitchen debate. During their conversation, Nixon and Khrushchev both insist on the free exchange of ideas. They emphasize that their countries must have this flow of ideas so that they can learn from one another. This results in the two of them agreeing to broadcast each other's speeches translated in each of their respective countries. They support this exchange of ideas because they both fully believe that their system will prevail. This exchange is not meant for just the US and the Soviet Union, but to the world as a whole. The kitchen debate emphasizes the competition between these two emerging superpowers of the world. It's important to note that this is not just a direct rivalry over military power or political control, but is most importantly a battle for worldwide influence. At this time, the United States and the Soviet Union both have growing influence around the globe. Nixon and Khrushchev use this platform to present their system fondly, as they want to spread their ideology throughout the rest of the world. From the American perspective, the exhibit in the kitchen debate is an intellectual reflection of their communism containment policy. It represents another strategy by which the United States attempted to curb the spread of communism, through demonstrating superiority in economic innovations and standard of living. To further illustrate this point, I will now play clips of the kitchen debate.
Если говорить впечатление, сейчас видно, что строители не успели закончить строительные свои дела, и экспонаты еще, так сказать, не находятся. Вот возможности Америка, сколько она существует лет уже? 300 лет? 150 лет независимости. Вот мы тогда скажем, что Америка 150 лет. Значит, существует вот ее уровень. Мы 42 года еще не совершилось. Еще нам 7 лет, и мы будем на таком же уровне, как Америка. А в следующий пойдем дальше, вперед. А? Но мы, когда вас обгоним на разъезде, мы вам приветствие такое любезное скажем.
As far as Mr. Khrushchev's comments just now, they are in the tradition we learned to expect from him, of speaking extemporaneously and frankly whenever he has an opportunity. I can only say that if this competition, which you have just described so effectively, in which you plan to outstrip us, and particularly in the production of consumer goods, if this competition is to do the best for both of our peoples and for people everywhere, there must be a free exchange of ideas. There are some instances where you may be ahead of us. For example, in the development of the thrust of your rockets for the investigation of outer space. There may be some instances, for example, color television, where we're ahead of you. But in order for both of us to benefit, you see, you never concede anything. You must not be afraid of ideas.
Вот мы вам говорим, вы-то не бойтесь идей, а нам бояться нечего. Мы уже вырвались из этого, понимаете, положения, когда нас идеи не пугают.
We are not afraid of ideas. Yes. Well, then let's have more exchange of them. We all agree on that, right? But what I mean is this: here you can see the type of tape which will transmit this very conversation immediately, and this indicates the possibilities of increasing communication, and this increase in communication will teach us some things, and it will teach you some things too, because after all, you don't know everything.
Если я не все знаю, так вы о коммунизме совсем ничего не знаете. Кроме страха у вас ничего нет. Потом сейчас мы диспут ведем не на равных основах. Аппарат ваш, вы говорите по-английски, я говорю по-русски. Ваши английские слова записаны и будут показаны, и услышат. А то, что я говорю, вам на ухо только переводит. И поэтому американский народ этого не будет слышать. Это неравные условия. Поэтому я хочу, чтобы вы, вице-президент, что вы даете слово, что моя речь тоже будет записана на английском языке. Будет, нет?
Certainly it will. Certainly. Yes. Right. In fact, and at the same token, everything that I say will be recorded and translated and will be carried all over the Soviet Union. That's a fair bargain.
Thank you for watching the Zach and Matt Show. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Stay tuned for more upcoming content.